So I found the farm. Well, we're not there yet. And I met Anna.
Hi.
Anna, so this is your farm, right?
Yes, me and my husband.
What caused you guys to kind of choose a sustainable lifestyle and want to start your own farm?
Well, we were young professionals and we did not really want to live a life of like basically modern slavery where you work like 8 hours a day every day and then you barely have like time for yourself and for your own personal development. And we were also like political activists and in environment and human rights. So we really wanted to see if it was possible to be sustainable. If all that we talk about, you know, in the theory and environmentalism and all of this, if it was really possible to create a sustainable lifestyle. So I know a lot of you want to start creating sustainable farms, and I'm going to take you through the essential steps that we did to create a sustainable lifestyle. So the first thing we did was think about all the infrastructure, how we were going to build a sustainable house. In order to do that, we saw all of the woods and bamboos and leaves for the leaf thatch roofs and everything natural that we could find in our farm and also in some other friends' farms. And we built everything with local materials. We then thought about the energy, so we knew that, you know, this is a very sunny place, so we did it with the solar panels. We knew we wanted to use solar panels, but it was very expensive at the time. 80% of the consumption, of the energetic consumption of a house is in the refrigerator and the hot water for the showers. So we realized that if we, instead of having a refrigerator, we put a huge freezer and then buy a thermostat and we convert it into a fridge, then it would have a lot less consumption of electricity. That, and with the hot shower system, what we did is like we put a hose, and on top of the hose, compost of the chopping grass of the farm, and then that will heat the rainwater of the showers. And that's how we decrease the energy consumption in 80%. So instead of spending $20,000 in solar panels, we end up spending like $2,500 just with those two tips. To solve the water problem, because we don't have any electricity or water systems coming all the way to the jungle, we thought that the best way in the rainforest is to rainwater catchment. So we catch it with the roofs, and they go through our canoes, they go through 2 different natural filters, and then they go to a big tank. And from there we use it for the whole house, and for drinking we do use biochar and ceramics filters. And the last step was how do we produce everything that we buy in the supermarket, but also how do we design a complete diet for us, plant-based. So we started thinking about which carbohydrates, which proteins, which fruits have the most minerals, which one has more vitamin A or vitamin C, or, you know, different amino acids. So we made like big charts of like all the nutrition that our body needs, and then we fill it up with all the best plants in the tropics. So we planted all those, we selected the seeds, we selected the best varieties, and then now we have a huge abundance of food, and it's a complete diet. And we can make flours, different gluten-free flours. We can make different powders like moringa and turmeric and so many medicinal herbs and forest medicine too. So we basically have everything that we would find in the supermarket, and also even like a little bit of a pharmacy. This is chia leaves, and this is one of our sources of protein because it's high in protein content and calcium and many other nutritional properties. And you know, kale has nothing to do with a super green like this one. This is an almond tree. That one right there is a mother tree. This forest is the almonds are good for are food for the macaws and the guatusas and the pesquintles. They're very different from the almonds that you know. This is our coca tree, and this is where all of our cocaine comes from. Just kidding. This is finger lime or caviar lime. You see? So this is where we put all of our compost, all of our organic matter from our kitchen. We put it here, so we have this little fly, native fly, that comes up in this tube, lays their eggs, and then when the eggs become larvae, they process all the food into compost, and the liquids go down, and you see we have this super rich fertilizer and the compost. And also when the larvae are ready to fly, they start walking from the tube, come down here, we catch them, and then they represent 50% of the protein for our chickens.
It's called guanabana?
Guanabana.
Guanabana? Okay. I'm gonna butcher that. Okay guys, so Anna's gonna let me try this guanabana. Guanabana. I've never tried this before, so I'm very excited. It tastes like candy, seriously. It tastes like... It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's like a really sweet, tangy candy, but the texture is amazing. It's like, it starts out full of texture and then it kind of melts in your mouth. That's incredible. The last time I had good fruit like this was actually in Afghanistan, when I had the mangoes coming over from Pakistan. And ever since I came back to the States, I never got good fruit anymore.